Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bryant. Welcome to another flipped classroom video. We are going to be talking about writing linear equations using finite differences. Today's video, you will not need the papers you got in class today until the end, so make sure that you still have those. But we are going to do some examples together first before I let you do some on your own in class tomorrow. So let's get to the examples. All right, it says the first term, or it says find the 54th term for the following pattern, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. It says the first term in the pattern is 5. So you notice here where it says first term or term number, and then it tells you what that term number is. Place a 1 in the term number because it's first in line, and a 5 in the value of the term column. So if our second term number is 2, what number goes here? 8. Third term number would be 11. Fourth term number would be 14. And the fifth term number would be 17. Now it says determine the rate of change, which is change in y over change in x, between each pair of ordered pairs. Before we can do that, though, we have to find the change in y. What is the change in y? 3. Change in y, 3. Change in y, 3. Change in y, 3. Change in x, 1, 1, 1, 1. So now we can do change in y over change in x. 3 over 1 is 3. 3 over 1 is 3. 3 over 1 is 3. And 3 over 1 is 3. What do you remember about this number right here? You will remember that this becomes the coefficient. Okay? So, knowing what we know, let's go to the next table. We've already talked about this. So, in order to come up with the equation, we know we need y equals, and then we have 3x, but we need to figure out what the rest is. So 3 times 1 got you to what? 3. But I know I need 5, so 3 plus what equals 5? And the answer is 2. So our equation, when it asks us to write our equation, we've already written it. Is the constant always the same? Yes. So 3 times 2 plus 2 got you to 8. 3 times 3 plus 2 got you to 11. 3 times 4 plus 2 got you to 14, and so on. It says write the equation that represents this situation. So we come down to our x and y row. So 3x plus 2 would equal y. So it wants to know what the 54th term would be. So now we have 3 times 54 plus 2 would be 162 plus 2, so 164.
Thank you.
And we will practice it on the calculator in class. So let's talk about the graph. Our first term would be what? 5, so go over to 1 and up to 5 and put a dot. 2 was 8. 3 was 11. 4 was 14. And 5 was 17. And is it going to start at 0, 0, or does it start at 0, 2? 0, 2. So what kind of relationship is this? It's an additive relationship. So let's do another example. Term number 1. What number goes here? What's the value of term 1? 2. Then we have 0, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. So we're going to do the same process, change in y. That is minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Change in x, 1, 1, 1, 1. So our change in y would be negative 2 over 1, so that simplifies to negative 2. Negative 2 over 1 is negative 2, and you'll see it all the way down. So now we have to think to ourselves. What is the equation? Well, 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Sorry guys, I wrote that wrong. You have negative 2 times 1 got you to negative 2, but I know I need to get to 2. So negative 2 plus what will get you to 2? And the answer is 4. So now we can come down here and write our equation. Negative 2 times x plus 4 will always get you your y. We can go ahead and graph this one. So we have 1, comma 2, 2, comma 0, 3, comma negative 4, let me try that again. 1, comma 2, 2, comma 0, 3, negative 4, 4, negative 6, and if you have 0 here, what is your answer going to be over here? 4, so 0, 4. So this is your graph. So what I need you to do is get your orange foldable that you got in class today, and you are going to fill it out with this information. On the front you have y equals coefficient, x plus constant, and on the inside is where you need to fill in the information. So y is called the dependent quantity. And it also is the dependent variable. And we know that change in y over change in x is the rate of change. And we know x is the independent variable and the independent quantity. Constant can be an initial phi. It's the starting point. It's where the graph of the equation crosses the y-axis. It can be a positive or a negative value, or it can be 0. So make sure you have your foldable filled out, and we will glue it inside on Wednesday. So make sure you have the white packet that you were handed in class. That's what you're going to be doing in class tomorrow, and you have the orange foldable filled out, and we can glue that in on Wednesday. I will not be in class tomorrow, so I expect you to be on your best behavior for the sub, and you will be turning in the white packet you got in class on Monday when I was not there. If you have any questions, you may leave a comment and I will answer it from YouTube. Again, if you have any questions, leave a comment and I will answer it in YouTube. Have a great evening, everyone.